Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today in a very late night episode. It will probably be a very short episode, I will say as well. But yeah, I was basically busy for most of the day, out donating a bit of blood, which I haven't done for a long while, so that I did, and yeah, but there's not much else to say about that. But yeah, what else to talk about? Good evening, everyone. I'm here with a late night broadcast. I hope I can make it through this. Right now, Fawnhallow, it's 2:19 AM on Friday, February 6th, 2026. What should be Thursday, February 5th, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to make this a very short episode. I don't really know what to talk about necessarily. I'm still trying to think. I don't know. Nothing really comes to mind, but that's a-okay, such is the way of life. Apparently. Oh, yes, because we celebrated Lily's birthday. That's why we've got two things, apparently. Yeah, what should we talk about? Good question. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think, like, what's even happened recently. Apart from donating blood. I feel like that's a conversation I have for, like, a more awake me. Right now, I'm sort of chill. I'm just like, I'm trying to zone out. I'm trying to sort of vibe and that sort of thing. I haven't even played my gacha games today. I've opened up Honkai Star. It's the only one. I guess Genshin I could quite easily, because I can just convert things to resin. I'm trying to think which ones would just be the most easiest. Uma Musume has a new event, which I'm not really sure what's going on in it. Yeah, I don't know. What's going on at RSS Games? You know what, there's a lot of things I was meant to do. So I think I had to do that thing tomorrow because it's quite late already. But there was one thing, I was gonna check out the Humble Bundle. Because as I understand, Date Everything is one of the Humble Bundles for this month. Which is absolutely a game I'm interested in playing. Alain Godot. I think as well, Forgotten Realms. Sid Meier's collection. Just Cause. Sci-fi shooters, yeah, not really my sort of thing. What else have I got in the store? I don't really know if it's a full store as well. Deep Rock Galactic, okay. I don't know, does it give you Steam codes or something? I can't underestimate the convenience of having everything all together on one platform. Sorry, Epic Games. I think the only game I have on Epic Games which I've actually played or something is Bugsnax. Well, apart from Fortnite, I guess, but that doesn't really count, does it? Yes. So here I am, trying to figure out how to... I haven't played Genshin on my phone for a very long time, to be honest. Yeah, well, what am I going to talk about? I'm not really sure. I mean, Date Everything's a very interesting game. It's like a sort of visual novel thing where, I mean, the premise is that you can literally date everyone. But perhaps also quite interesting, Wuthering Waves had an update, but it's also one which people are not too fond of because of how unoptimized the game is. That's a thing, game optimization, you know. I wonder what the least optimized game I've ever played is. That's a very interesting question, which I don't think I have a particularly good answer to. I don't even know if I should have a good answer to that necessarily. But, yeah, what game have I played which has been incredibly unoptimized? Just like ran like a potato or something on my PC. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of, like, I can tell you some of the worst times I've had playing a game, I suppose, on my PC. Not this PC. This PC's doing pretty well, to be honest, considering how old it is. And it's not in dire needs for upgrades, but it probably should have some upgrades at some point. But unfortunately, everything is very expensive to upgrade right now, so I cannot. But what I mean to say, though, is... The worst time I had was on my PC twice before this one, when I've spoken about this before, I think, but basically my video card fan died, and I didn't realise it for a long time. So when I was playing just like randomly, mostly League of Legends, my frame rate would go from like 60 frames per second to like 8, and I was like, what is going on? I have no idea. And then it was just like, what's going on? And eventually I realised that's what happened, and it was basically like supremely overheating. And I remember like I could actually restart my fan by sort of like lightly tapping my video card, and it would start it spinning again, but only for a little while. So whenever, so I eventually started playing basically with like the side cover off my PC, and then anytime it started like overheating or something, like my frame rate started dropping, I would like look beneath my desk and I'd like tap 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 very lightly on my video card to get the fan spinning again, and it would go back to normal like after a few seconds. Insane behavior, and I played that way for like several months until I finally like got a PC, like got new parts to put together to build a PC. And yeah, it was genuinely a lot of, well, it wasn't a lot of fun. And looking back, it was really stupid because League of Legends was like a pretty good, like easy game to play on, like even for worse PCs. I definitely could have just played with my integrated graphics instead of using a graphics card, and it probably would have been fine. Like, I probably would have had to play on like the lowest settings possible, but still. I don't know why it never occurred to me at that point. Because I even remember like when the PC just like the video card sort of went kaput. I was basically like I was using my PC in safe mode the entire time because I just like couldn't have video drivers essentially. And then it wasn't until much later I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute, I could have just used integrated graphics the entire time, and I just never thought about it. It's like, oh, how did this never come to mind? I don't know. But yeah. That's what makes it interesting, I suppose. Integrated graphics. So anyway, that's like the opposite problem, where the game is very optimized, even for like the worst sort of things. But Wuthering Way is apparently one of very awful right now, unoptimized. I don't mean that as a shot against it, but it's just interesting to hear about. Frames? Question mark. That's what I'm going to put with this thumbnail. Oh man, I just closed all my web browser. Why did I do this? I didn't mean to. There you go. Open it up again. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really know what else I was going to say about it. Like, maybe it was a Google game. Worst optimized games in history. What's the worst optimized game you've ever played? City Skyline 2? I've never played that. I have heard a lot about that. Doom and Doom Eternal, really? Oh no, this is the most optimized, okay. City Skylines 2. City Skylines 2. This is like a city builder, isn't it? So I imagine it would be difficult to render everything, but I feel like that would be a prioritization in any sort of city management game, is to make sure that it can run smoothly, even with scale. Arm 3, Saints Row 2, Battlefield 4, Arkham Knight at launch, Sims 3, Streets of Tarkov. I haven't played a lot of these unoptimized games. Mainly because a lot of stuff I played is like indie games, right? Which have probably lower graphical demand. That's true, PUBG was super unoptimized when I played it, because I played it very near the beginning. It's not great. Duke Nukem. Deadly Premonition. That's funny. Oh man, Deadly Premonition 2, like I didn't play it, but I watched Northern 9 play it, and the amount of times things would just drop to like no FPS is crazy. Wild Hearts, like Sayonara Wild Hearts. Oh no, it's a different game entirely. Oh, that's interesting. What about like MMOs? I mean, the only MMO I used to play back in the day was Grand Fantasia. It wasn't that poorly optimized. Yandere Simulator. What's happened to that game? Is that still going on? So much drama around that. can't believe I used to follow it, being like, whoa, I can't wait for this to actually get made. But now it's just like a... Well... That's best left in the past. Still about to go. I don't know. It's just Secret World. No, I was like, is that an MMO? But no, I was like, no, that's Perfect World. Wait, which one's Secret World? Oh, the Secret World had one of the coolest release trailers I think ever. I remember seeing it, and then it was like, oh, it's actually an MMO, and then everyone was like, what? Why? Yeah, the launch trailer was super cool. I remember it was just... Wait, no, that's not a trailer. This trailer. A bit of a HD teaser trailer, yeah, because I remember like the shot of a woman like drinking like something from a cup, and she turns around and there's like a monster, and like just her face starts glowing or something. And, like she has tattoos, and then she just like punches it in the face. I remember seeing that trailer, being like, this is an awesome trailer. Makes me want to play this game I've never heard of. And then it was an MMO. Wait, here we go. Let me see what tattoos go. Oh man. Secret World Funcom official HD teaser trailer 1 for Firestarter. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at this. I remember back in the day, like how I imagined in my mind, I was like, HD lifelike graphics. Obviously, does not look very lifelike. It has like this weird sort of blur over everything, but you know, back in the day, sick. Probably. Anyway, everyone hated this game, I'm pretty sure. That's what I remember. I wonder what else is rather unoptimized. I don't know. I feel like a lot of games nowadays, at least the bigger titles, do pretty well. I guess Wuthering Waves is the biggest one, but the thing that's more of a killer about Wuthering Waves, I think, is it's really unoptimized when it comes to its size. Like, I'm gonna check my phone, but I think it might actually be the biggest of all the gacha games I play at the moment. Which is kind of crazy, considering I play some pretty big gacha games. Luckily, I have a lot of space on my phone. Yeah, Wuthering Waves is 60 gigabytes. Genshin's only 46, and it's been out for an incredibly long time. Even Musume is 11, but I think a lot of it might be music and voice lines, to be honest. Anyway, Unoptimization. Optimize your games. How do you do that? I don't really know. I know to optimize some things, I don't have to optimize a game. That's an interesting thing, like something that you probably don't really care much to study about, but you really should. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Like, comment, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.